Good taste is easy to spot, but hard to pin down. You know it when you see it. With your car, you want something sophisticated and daring, yet classic, approachable, but with an air of opulence. That's where the Range Rover Evoque comes in. The Range Rover Evoque is charisma in motion, art and craft in equal measure. Its exterior is a quietly bold expression of Range Rover DNA with a floating roof, continuous waistline, and three-dimensional grille that give it a captivating character. Inside, you'll find a calm, minimalist cabin anchored by a tactile gear shifter where clean lines, sumptuous materials, and advanced technology come together. Make a statement in the Range Rover Evoque. This elegant SUV elevates every drive, offering a new dimension of refinement and luxury. Whether you prefer a modern aesthetic or a warmer, authentic appearance, the Evoque's interior can be tailored to your taste. Ready to experience sophisticated design and premium materials in motion? Explore the Range Rover Evoque at LandRoverUSA.com.
With Amex Platinum,
welcome to the Centurion Lounge.
You get access to the Centurion Lounge, so the sounds of vacation start before you get there. That's the powerful backing of American Express. Terms apply. Learn more at americanexpress.com/withAmex.
This is Optimal Living Daily, the medicinal power of the open road by Kathy Robinson of AthenaWellness.com. And I'm Justin Mullock. And I'm going to jump right into today's post as we optimize your life. The Medicinal Power of the Open Road by Kathy Robinson of AthenaWellness.com. I recently returned from what I call an intentional road trip. Intentional because it was mindfully designed, or more accurately undesigned, to be counter to my usual thought process and safety nets. While I've taken a number of cross-country trips in the past, this was the first time I decided to go solo. I also gave little thought to logistics up front, other than solidifying some meetup dates mid-trip. And lastly, as my departure date neared, I could feel that the drive out to the West Coast would be quiet and reflective. With that minimal framework and my portable podcasting gear, I set out. What I'd like to share with you today are the transformational qualities of such an adventure and how you might plan one for yourself, even if it's only for one day. First, a little background. I was able to trace the term road trip to the early 1900s through a New York Times article describing transcontinental touring by motorcar. Long-distance automobile trips continued to grow in popularity until they became an American pastime by the 1950s when the interstate highway system was being developed. There are also popular international road trips such as the European Highway or the E-Road, the Garden Route of South Africa, and the longest road trip in the world, the Pan-American Highway that clocks in at 19,000 miles stretching from Alaska to Argentina. So why even consider taking a road trip? From a pure leisure perspective, road tripping provides flexibility and freedom to explore where you want, when you want, taking your time to enjoy the sights and making unplanned stops off the beaten path to learn about new places and make new friends. This type of trip is wonderful to deepen relationships with your travel partners if you're with family and friends, or with yourself if you're traveling solo. And then there's the way a road trip helps us shift our daily routine to what's essential. It's a beautiful opportunity to appreciate the simplest things in life. There are also wellness benefits, including the mental boost of seeing new places and meeting new people, the opportunity for physical movement when exploring new surroundings, deep sleep as a result of the activity and fresh air, and stress reduction from being on your own schedule. Of course, there are also challenges such as driving fatigue, the possibility of severe weather, traffic delays or detours, and car trouble. But it's been my experience that the benefits far outweigh the challenges. In fact, since my first cross-country trip in the mid-1990s, I can count the challenges in all of my trips on one hand. Now, if this is resonating and piquing your interest, here are a few things to keep in mind as you plan your adventure. Number 1, choose a destination you find compelling and engaging. Take the time to plan a potential route before you leave so you can plan your driving time accordingly and include breaks every few hours along with time to wander and explore. Number 2, pack light. The less stuff you have, the easier it is to be nimble while traveling. Number 3, take a cooler. Bringing healthy snacks will go a long way to keeping you energized while you're behind the wheel. My favorites are apples, bananas, nuts, granola, water, and iced tea. I also know my coffee options so I can stop along the way. Number 4, bring entertainment. For me, that's my journal, a book, my music playlists, a few downloaded podcasts, and audiobooks. And number 5, get your car checked before you go. Make sure your vehicle is ready for the trip and your roadside assistance game plan is in place. You may also want to take a first aid kit, a flashlight, and some extra cash for emergencies. With all this as a backdrop, let's get to some of the medicinal power of the open road. I took my first road trip while working on Wall Street. The allure was simple: freedom, adventure, and exploration. At that point in my career, I had traveled internationally and to major U.S. cities, but I never experienced the American landscape. I grew up just outside of New York City in the smallest, most densely populated county in New Jersey. So the idea of seeing a western highway melt into the horizon's vanishing point under a vast sky was as foreign to me as some of the countries I had the privilege to visit. Here's why I keep returning to epic road trips: the rhythm of the road. This rhythm can be found in the feeling of pointing west and driving for 3,000 miles. That never gets old for me. It can also be found in being present and opening to the journey. It's in the sound of the engine and the tires rotating on the road. It's in the changing light as the earth revolves around the sun. It's in the passing scenery like road movies as you drive by towns, farms, fields, deserts, plains, and mountains. It's in the memories you make and the people you meet. And it's in the feeling of possibility and the spirit of adventure. It's the rhythm of the road that invites transformation. And that's because all the elements of reflection are wrapped up in taking a long drive. That includes being in a quiet place without interruption, having a relaxed and clear mind that can ponder, and keeping an open heart that can process thoughts and feelings while welcoming new experiences. All of this sets the stage for some deep contemplation. It's in this relaxed and open state that transformation naturally occurs. And the mystery of this transformation is that it doesn't happen on demand. It's more mysterious and mystical. Here are some examples of what has spurred transformation for me over the years as I left my daily routine behind and got on the road. Stepping out of my comfort zone, expanding my horizons and learning new things, being surrounded by stunning natural beauty, and gaining a new perspective by slowing down, being present, and listening. This has led to a deeper human experience by connecting with family and friends, as well as a deeper spiritual experience by connecting with myself and all that is beyond. At the end of road trips I've taken in the past, it wasn't unusual for me to return with 3 things. The first was a better understanding of myself due to time reflecting on my thoughts, feelings, experiences, and aspirations. The second was a sense of lightness due to letting go of what no longer served me. And the third was a detailed plan to create the future that I envisioned for myself while on the road. This time, my traveling intention was different, and as a result, the takeaways were atypical for me. Part of my intention was the desire to put all of the things that I recommend in my blogs and podcasts into practice. I've shared the quote about living in perpetual creative response to whatever is present. 16 days of solo cross-country travel gives you an opportunity to live that principle. And I experienced some of what I've already described, that is, a better understanding of myself and a sense of lightness due to letting go of what no longer serves. There was also a deep sense of appreciation for the life that I've built and those I love. But here's what was different. At the end of this trip, there was no detailed plan, no blueprint, no next steps to bring a new vision to life. This was more about clearing and holding empty space to allow what's new to come forward naturally. My big takeaway was less about doing and more about being. It's going to take some time to unpack that last statement to integrate that learning. I guess the best way I can describe it is that there are still blogs to write, podcasts to create, coaching and teaching to do. There are relationships to nurture and life to live. The undoing part of this is expanding and tending the space needed to bring those things forth with less effort and more depth. I'll leave you with a lyric from the song Moab written by Connor Oberst. There's nothing that the road cannot heal. There's nothing that the road cannot heal. Washed under the blacktop, gone beneath my wheels, there's nothing that the road cannot heal. You just listened to the post titled The Medicinal Power of the Open Road by Kathy Robinson of AthenaWellness.com, and I'll be right back with my commentary. Over the years, our podcast team has launched new shows, given away hardcover journals, and looking ahead, hopefully bringing you more engaging content. And speaking of growth, if you run an e-commerce business, you know how crucial it is to scale efficiently, especially during the busy holiday season. That's where ShipStation comes in. I've personally used ShipStation and it's a game changer. Their all-in-one order fulfillment system integrates seamlessly with over 180 popular e-commerce platforms and carriers. What I love most is how easy it is to automate shipping tasks and manage orders from a single dashboard. With just a click, I can print shipping labels, saving me hours of work. Plus, the industry-leading carrier discounts have saved me thousands on shipping costs. It's no wonder over 130,000 companies have grown their e-commerce businesses with ShipStation, with 98% becoming lifelong customers after the first year. Scale your e-commerce business with the shipping software that delivers. Switch to ShipStation today. Go to ShipStation.com and use code OLD to sign up for your free 60-day trial. That's ShipStation.com, code OLD.
Ryan Reynolds here for, I guess, my 100th Mint commercial. No, don't. I mean, honestly, when I started this, I thought I only have to do like 4 of these. I mean, it's unlimited premium wireless for $15 a month. How are there still people paying 2 or 3 times that much? I'm sorry, I shouldn't be victim blaming here. Give it a try at mintmobile.com/save. Whenever you're ready.
$45 upfront payment equivalent to $15 per month. New customers on first 3-month plan only. Taxes and fees extra. Speed slower above 40 gigabytes. See details.
Thank you to Kathy. I wish I narrated this one a little bit earlier because I did a road trip recently, but was more focused on the destination rather than all the benefits she mentioned in this post. But it does make me feel ready for another road trip soon, something to look forward to, and not the destination, but the actual journey. Because like she said, it really is an opportunity, one that we might miss if we're not paying attention. Could be an opportunity to deepen relationships, for example, with others or even yourself if you're driving solo. And obviously this is a big metaphor for our whole lives. We're often rushing from one thing to the next, and with a road trip, rushing to get to the destination, even though there's so much time to think, feel, really just exist. That's what we have right now too, whether we believe it or not. So maybe today try to think about your day as a little road trip. Are you rushing from one thing to the next, or do you have some time to sit quietly and reflect? And with that, hope you're having a great start to your weekend, whether or not you're on the road. Thank you for being here, and an extra thank you if you ever shared this show with someone. That goes a really long way to keep all of this going. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you over the weekend where your optimal life awaits.